What's up, cosplayers? So today I am recording myself making the backpack piece for my Uchiha Goddess costume. Such a mouthful. I'm going to be making the base form with the straps and the poles. So I'm going to make a big mess in the guest room downstairs and we'll see how it goes. I started out by finding the center of the foam board with a string. Then I traced a circle with a compass. I used a box cutter to carve out the circle, and I have to say this was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I really had to saw at that thing for quite a while. Still sawing. And finally. After I cut out the circle, I used a Dremel to flatten the edges a little bit. Now, I didn't need to do this, I didn't need it to be perfect because I'm going to cover pretty much everything up in the end. Now, I also used the Dremel to make the first hole for the poles. My Dremel only went down so far, so I ended up having to stab it with a pen to get the depth that I wanted. I want to note that I did make a mark on the wood pole so that I could copy the depth in each hole. Here I decided to attach some elastic bands with duct tape so that I could try on the backpack and make sure it sits right on my back. I tried it on and I was pretty satisfied with how it turned out. Considering that I'm gonna just keep adjusting it as I go along, and I can always add padding to the lower half if I need it. Okay, so now it's time to spread out the poles and figure out the spacing. Once I was satisfied with the shape, I used a tape measure to make the gaps even. I decided to put hot glue on the shoulder straps and reinforce it by folding the strap over and covering it with more duct tape. And then I got the Dremel back out to finish up the rest of the holes. A lot more dremeling and a lot more stabbing with the pen. Getting the poles all the way in was legit hard work. I really had to put my back into it and push as hard as I could. Now it's finally time to glue the magnets onto the poles. I used Gorilla Glue and then I covered them with duct tape first and then another magnet on top. I did this so that it would be easier to insert the magnets that are supposed to stay inside of the backpack. I decided to cover the whole thing with duct tape to reduce the shedding and give it a little bit more structure. I'll be adding a lot more layers on top of this later on, so it's going to look even better.
Purchase your tracks today.
Here I used Gorilla Glue to glue on the internal magnets on the inside. Now you could also probably use hot glue. I think hot glue might even be better, but I used Gorilla Glue, and I also propped up each pole with some paper towels so that the glue would dry evenly. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I can't wait to decorate it and see it come to life. And of course, Inspector Suki came through to make sure all the work in progress was on point. I think she approves. Like, comment, subscribe!